Over the last several years, technologies from broadband to solar to lithium power, LED lighting, and high-efficiency refrigeration and air conditioning have gotten better and been integrated in all sorts of novel ways into new camper builds. This has created an explosion of innovation capitalized on by upstart vanlife, off-road, and truck camper manufacturers. Facing that barrage of innovation, storied manufacturers like Winnebago and Airstream have responded with newfound inventiveness of their own. In short, this means there's a ton of cool stuff out there from camper makers who are packing remarkable luxuries and livability upgrades into small spaces. Here, along with some important things to keep in mind when deciding whether or not to get a camper for yourself, are 11 of the best, from small to large. Try before you buy. Before you drop tens of thousands of dollars for a camper, here's a tip: rent one first. If you have a particular model in mind, you can probably find it on RV Share or Outdoorsy. Taking one out for a few days will quickly reveal shortcomings, ideal features, and things you'd not even considered. Safety. For this review, we're bullish on safety. And that, frankly, disqualified many manufacturers before we even started. RV makers, even ones that retrofit vans, have long been exempt from the same strict safety guidelines that auto manufacturers adhere to. As you can imagine, it's expensive and difficult for RV manufacturers, who don't approach the kinds of economies of scale as automakers, to crash test a fully equipped camper. While you shouldn't be surprised to find tricked-out van campers lacking rear airbags, a remarkable number of RVs still rely on old-fashioned lap belts instead of safer 3-point shoulder belts for rear passengers. Consider a couple of other points. First, a one-piece van camper is inherently safer than a cutaway camper built with a rear fiberglass/aluminum shell. Second, a pickup truck camper with forward cab seating for all passengers is safer still. A few final considerations. Really take into account how you're going to use a camper. If you're visiting somewhere very hot, noisy AC running generators can be not only annoying for you but your neighbors. Consider a unit with a lithium power system or a generator run by the engine. Also, manufacturers generally recommend against idling diesels for long, so if you're going to park with the dash AC on for a while, a gas engine is probably best. In buggy places, screens should be small enough to filter out no-see ums. Though there's plenty of romance around being self-contained in your own camper van, consider not only the safety but practicality, simplicity, and dramatically lower cost of a pull-behind travel trailer. Once at the campsite, you can detach and drive away instead of breaking down camp to sightsee, fetch s'more fillings, or grab an emergency medication. Finally, when you buy, take into account your purchasing options. Many RVs can be financed for as long as 20 years. Think hard about whether you want a 20-year note, but it can bring monthly payment levels down to that of a car. Oh, and if you buy a camper from an RV dealer, make sure you understand every single element and that all systems are working properly before you sign those final papers and drive off the lot. How we chose. I'm an avid camper who has written a lot about and covered this space for years. I also started my own hobby rental business and upfit campervans on the side. I've checked out some of the models here in person, during pre-COVID times, at the annual Overland Expo Festival. Others I've seen at RV dealers or simply checked out at campgrounds on jaunts with my family. The Provon Bengal Tiger is a small Class C off-road capable camper I've been fascinated with since I profiled the company in 2005. Friends own the Airstream and Opus, so I was able to get some time in those, too. Mercedes-Benz Mattress Weekender. It took years of complaining from the automotive press and #vanlife pundits, but after nearly 2 decades, a German pop-top camper will be up for sale in American car dealers sometime this spring. Yet rather than VW, we have Mercedes to thank for it. The Mattress Weekender looks to strike a great balance between family grocery getter and weekend escape pod. It occupies a unique size niche very similar to VW's storied Vanagon and Eurovan campers. And with an innovative rear fold-down seat bed and very comfy pop-top sleeping quarters with an independently sprung mattress, it's capable of seating 5 and sleeping 4, though an added 2-person middle seat is a likely future option. At the same time, unlike most other campers on the road, it will fit in any standard garage and should present no problem to those living in HOA-controlled, RV-restricted neighborhoods. The mattress isn't cheap, but it's also a daily driver. And unlike nearly every other camper on the market, it will offer rear curtain airbags along with Mercedes' slew of collision avoidance and stability systems. And though it's small, the 2.0-liter turbo motor and 5-speed transmission offer surprising grunt and a remarkable 5,000-pound towing capacity. The Weekender promises to be among the safest and most drivable campers on the road. Winnebago Solis. The Solis represents Winnebago's re-entry into the pop-top market since it ceased offering the excellent VW Eurovan camper back in 2003. There's plenty to like in this small and relatively affordable 4-sleeper. First off, the front-wheel drive Ram ProMaster chassis already has an excellent 6 feet, 2 inches of interior height with the pop-top down, and a short 19-foot, 9-inch length means it's plenty maneuverable. Key for families, the Solis offers a pair of ergonomic, shoulder-belted rear seats right behind the driver. To double the camper as a family hauler, you can even opt for a rear sofa bed, which replaces the standard fold-down Murphy bed to create a small lounge, while bumping the shoulder belt count to 6. The ladder-accessed pop-top features a powerful 220-watt solar panel and hides a huge bed with an independent spring mattress similar to that in the Mercedes. Key 2 is a fully functional wet bath with a European-style cassette toilet, arguably simpler to use because you can dump the cassette out, and because it's contained within the camper, the tank and pipes won't freeze. You'll also find a 2-burner stove, a hot/cold water sink, an efficient compressor-driven fridge, excellent insulation, and a Truma heating system for camping and ski resort parking lots. If there's any shortcoming, it's that Winnie ran out of space for a shore power air conditioner. But with the top popped and a decent breeze, you won't miss it in most places. Roadtrek CS and RS Adventurous. Last year, a management scandal left storied North American RV maker Roadtrek bankrupt. Yet Roadtrek was recently rescued by Rapido, a French company that successfully relaunched Europe's venerable Westphalia nameplate. With that quality heritage behind it, the Sprinter platform Roadtrek CS and RS Adventurous models are well worth a look if you're after a larger Class B. They're available with Mercedes' excellent all-wheel drive system in 21 and 24-foot versions. And there are interior options whether your priority is hauling people or gear. The RS sleeps 4 and seats up to 7, while the CS seats up to 6 and sleeps 3. It substitutes a rear captain's chair for a huge cupboard and a bigger freezer/fridge. Both feature a king-size rear bed, solidly designed overhead cabinetry, and a big stand-up or sit-down shower. We really like the two-room aspect of these campers as well, vital when you need a little space of your own. Essentially, you have a lounge in back with huge windows and a cozy dinette up front, with bathroom and galley in between. If you enjoyed this video, kindly press the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, so that you don't miss out on videos like this. Thank you for watching.